Hey you guys, welcome back. Thank you for watching, and today we have a really fun video. I'm repotting my Monstera and I'm going to talk about what happened to it.
Welcome to my show. I hope you like houseplants, 'cause we're gonna talk about them and touch their leaves.
I'm outside and there's a noisy bird in the tree. Okay, so first of all, I did take, like, this thing totally busted, but I did take some props, so I'll be able to have a fuller plant, but this was also just sort of a backup. Here's my Monstera. So what happened here is I potted it up too high. So it was in a much smaller pot, and then I was like, why aren't the leaves getting bigger and more fenestrated? Fenestrated? Yeah, fenestrated. And then, so I potted in this bigger pot, but when I repotted it, the root system was actually really surprisingly small. So then I was like, you know when you get in the potting mood and you've already got a new pot and soil and you're like, this plant is going in here whether it's ready or not. Yeah, I did that. And that was a mistake because it's doing even more poorly. And I figured out what I think happened is that combination of things. It used to be in a terracotta pot and now it's in this glazed pot, so the soil is staying moist for longer. When I repotted it, I didn't have any perlite, so I used just straight potting soil. So again, it's a denser mix. And then before that, when it was in its terracotta pot, I watered it way too much in the winter, and I think it got root rot, and then I planted it into this pot with this soil, and that wasn't doing it any favors. So today I'm going to repot it. I'm going to reuse this soil, but I'm going to add perlite to it and bark, and then I'm going to put it back in a terracotta pot. So I got a new bigger pot, but I'm also going to pot up the cuttings I've rooted, and then I'm also going to pot up this Paulownia repens on top so that it can crawl around the top of the soil and sort of help absorb excess moisture. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Sorry this is such an awkward video. There's not enough space on this table. I need to figure out better lighting and like a stand for my potting bench in the garage, because that is like the ideal work surface. But there's not good lighting and there's really nowhere to set up my camera. So I haven't really been able to do that. Okay. Get it off this moss pole. Holy moly, okay. It's all right. I've got potting my bin right here, so open that up. I'm just gonna take out the plant and then put the potting soil in the bin. Okay, we're gonna reuse this guy. Man, it's a gorgeous day. I'm actually really glad I'm outside. It's just a little awkward because you can't see me very well. It would be better if I could get this phone up higher. Let's see. Okay. Look, there's a dead guy. Benefits of being outside. Just chuck that into the grass. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up. So I'm just loosening the dirt because, like I said, I think it had root rot. And who knows if it's recovered from it or gotten worse. So I'm going to be really gentle with the roots. Man, there's a lot of rocks in here. I don't know why. Okay, just a little. Scoop some of this off the top. There's a ton of rocks in here. Janelle, why are there a ton of rocks in here? Like I know. Oh, I bet I put rocks at the bottom of the last pot And so when I repotted it, there was a bunch of rocks in it, the roots or whatever. Sorry I keep sniffling. I noticed that in my last video too, you guys, it's allergy season, so you'll have to forgive my sniffles. There's like a ton of rocks in here. I'm trying to take out all the big ones. Look at that. They're just in there. Okay, here we go. So this is actually a separate plant. So see, look at the roots. These are definitely healthy, but that is a very small root system for a plant that is, you know, trying to shoot out. And I cut off of here one of my props, so it used to be even bigger. Okay, let's get this bigger one out. It's a little bit better rooted. Okay, so this one's definitely rooted some more. Okay, but still, look at that root system for this huge plant. Whoops. It's just like, that's not very big, you guys. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna dump all this soil into this. Whoa. Oh, I put a bunch of like at the bottom of this. Oh, I'm gonna have some real chunky soil now. Oh, there were some roots down in this leca. Oh no. Look, I did break some roots off. Wow, here I am trying to help the plant and I'm just effing it up a little more. Hopefully with spring and being in a better mix and better soil, it will bounce back really fast. Our garage is so full of boxes that it's like really hard to get in there now, and I keep running into my husband's bike and almost knocking it over. Like every time I go in there. Okay. So I'm gonna do like 50-50. I'm gonna put a lot of perlite in here. Okay, this is just plain old perlite. Okay, now I'm gonna mix it up. Yeah, so we have my dining room hutch for my Pyrex collection in the garage. We have our new dining chairs still in the box needing to be assembled in the garage, as well as our new bathtub. And what else is in there? Oh, the stove and the hood and the new dishwasher are all in there. Yeah, our garage is just packed with construction materials. But good news, the plasters were here today and they finished the walls. So we have to wait a week for the plaster to fully dry and then we can paint. So that's very exciting. I can't wait. Okay, I need to get my props out of here. Let's see how we did. Oh, look at that nice fat root on there. It's looking real good. Okay, there's one. And then, oh boy, this other one's like really in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got quite a bit of root growth on this one. I'm not even going to be able to get all the moss off. Okay, there, that's as much as I'm going to do. Look at that root. That's a good one. Okay. I'm going to put this big rock. Actually, that's a pretty rock. I'm going to put this rock over the hole just to help keep soil from getting out. Alrighty. Then I'm gonna just fill this up. Yay! Oof. So I hope you guys aren't disappointed that I didn't film my jewel orchid terrarium. I was just in that kind of mood where I just wanted to get it done and I wanted to just sort of sit in silence and do it. You know, I was feeling incredibly antisocial, even though talking into a camera, I like really doubt that that counts as being social, but it feels like it to me because I am incredibly introverted. And here's the thing, I'm the kind of introvert that's like pretty dang good at socializing, but that doesn't mean that I enjoy it all the time. You know, I feel like I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. It's just that it takes a lot out of me is all. Okay, I'm gonna try to like, I think I should plant this big one first and attach it to the pole and then plant the smaller props around it. I think that'll be smart. So I'm just like working the roots down into the soil, really pressing it in. I don't want to press it too hard, obviously, because I don't want it to get root bound again or root rot again, but there needs to be good, at least some good, sorry, can you see me? There has to be at least some good soil to root contact. Oh, dang it. There. Okay. And then we'll just grab one strap. This is that Velcro stuff, that green Velcro. It's really perfect for doing this kind of thing. Let me see if I can get this leaf around. It looks like it wants to wind, so I'm gonna try and help it do that. Oh, there's like a really cool new growth point on it. Look at that. Do you see that? Is that a root or a... I don't know, it's like curved. It's definitely not a root. I think it might be a stem or something. Like a new offshoot on the plant or something. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so that guy's attached. So now let's plant these smaller guys. Should have wore my new heart-shaped leaves merch. I just got one of their hoodies. It's so funny. It has like a Monstera elbow leaf on it. And it says, don't tell me what to do, which is something I say in real life all the time. Ask my husband. I especially like to say it at commercials or at him, but mostly at commercials. Like, I hate it when commercials are like, so stop on down today, you don't want to miss this deal. And I'm like, don't tell me what to do. You know, I'm my own person. I will decide if I need to come down to your store and buy your crap. I know, that's silly. That's very silly. Okay. Oh, we gotta get some more of these tied up. You really can't see me now. You can't see me now. So I recently heard that like we're not supposed to wear our hair in a side part anymore. And you know what's so crazy is I'm old enough to remember when center parts first became uncool. Yeah, I'm that old. I remember growing out my bangs so that I could do this kind of thing. And it was literally when I was in elementary school. So, I mean, people, you know, there's trends that go out of style really quickly. And there's trends that stick around for 10 years, and there's trends that stick around for like decades. So the skinny jeans to flares, you know, skinny jeans have been going strong a few decades, and now people are finally starting to wear flares again. But I remember when flares first went out of style, because when I was in high school was when the skinny jeans first came in, and it was only like alternative like emo and skater kids that would wear skinny jeans. Now everybody wears skinny jeans, and now people are starting to not wear skinny jeans. The only thing I really don't want to see come back, and I know it's coming back, and I'm too old. I'm going to be one of those people. I just don't care. I'm not going to do it. Low-rise jeans. I'm not doing low-rise jeans again. I did low-rise jeans all through high school, all through my early 20s. And I was like way thinner and way hotter, and they were still unflattering. Like, if you have even a tiny bit of extra meat on your bones, like I'm talking about a tiny bit of extra meat, you're gonna have a muffin top and low-rise jeans. It's unavoidable. They are only flattering on really rail thin people. It's just, I don't want low-rise jeans to come back in style. They're BS. I'm not Christina Aguilera from the early 2000s. I'm Christina Aguilera now. I got a lot of extra meat. I'm not gonna squeeze my freaking love handles and pudgy belly into low-rise jeans. Ain't nobody want to see that. So that's a trend I'm gonna be hard passing on the return of. High-rise all the way. I even have high-rise underwear now. Anyways, okay, so this Monstera is in. It looks wonderful. Here, let's see if I can turn. Hey-oh. It's looking much better. And then the last, oh, I forgot to take this dumb sticker off. I hate it when they put the sticker on the outside because it like does not come off of terracotta very well. Oh, such a pain in the butt. And I have like the world's crappiest fingernails. Like, you think like my hair is thin and fine? Yeah, my nails are the same. They crack and peel very, very easily. Ugh. Okay, I'll forget the sticker, I'll do it later. I'm gonna go ahead and plant this Paulownia in here. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's new leaves on this Paulownia. I know it's got an extra I in it, so it's like Paulownia, but it's kind of how like no one says peperomoidioides. Wait. Peperomoidioides? I don't even know how to say it. There's two I's in that one too, but everyone just says peperomoides. I'm so scared that there's gonna be a wasp by me. Okay. So I'm gonna water this in really good, and then I'll take some like close-ups of this guy in the sun looking all pretty. Okay, moving on to our next project. Okay. So the next project is super depressing. This is my Fatsia japonica, or Japanese Aurelia. Regular one is not variegated, but it got spider mites. And yeah, it's terrible. It's disgusting. I'm actually going to show you a close-up of this before I clean it up. Okay, here it is from the other angle. My Fatsia japonica, and look at the top there. Look at that. My God, it's disgusting. I mean, this is one of the worst spider mite infestations I personally have ever seen in my life. So gross. Anyways, we're gonna kill all these little buggers. Okay, so my treatment for spider mites is based off of, surprise, surprise, a video by Rachel at Heart Shaped Leaves. But I'm gonna put some clarifiers on it because she is fantastic and wonderful, but there are some things that you should consider because some people have used her method and complained that it burned their leaves, caused their leaves to be crispy, caused their leaves to curl. So she does half and half alcohol and water. And here is, I think, where some clarification is needed. I bought both of these bottles at the drugstore, different drugstores. I think one is from Walgreens, but it doesn't really matter. This is the Target brand. But can you see how they're different? This is 91% isopropyl alcohol. This is 70% isopropyl alcohol. So this one is stronger. If you do a half and half solution of this, it might be too strong, especially for delicate plants like marantas, calatheas, things with really delicate leaves. So if you're using something like this higher percentage, I would go down to 1/3 isopropyl alcohol and 2/3 water. And then this one, you can go half and half. And another thing I think that I don't always see people clarify in plant groups is they tell you to just like wipe down your plant with alcohol or alcohol and water mixture, and then that's it. You should wash off the alcohol. And let's talk a little bit of science. Alcohol is very volatile. It's a hot sunny day. If I open this bottle and just let it sit outside in the sun, half of it would be gone in an hour. You know what I mean? Volatile just means that it evaporates very readily, much more readily than water. Or what that causes on plant leaves is dehydration. So this alcohol is evaporating so quickly, it's picking up water from the leaves with it. So if you just leave, oh, I thought that was a wasp. It wasn't. I'm wasp paranoid now. Okay. If you just leave alcohol on the leaves and let it dry, you can get desiccated leaves that will curl, that will crisp, and that can die. So I usually let the solution sit on there for like 20 minutes, but then I spray that sucker off. Spray it off real good, especially if it has delicate leaves. And this is one that I would call a delicate leaved plant. Oh, the sun went behind a cloud. Okay, so that's out of the way. A little clarification. The first thing I'm going to do this sucker though is remove all the dead growth, which is pretty much this whole plant. I'm actually going to start with the leaves. I mean, look at that. Disgusting. Ew. Oh, I hate touching it. Okay. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys. So I separated this from my other plants as soon as I noticed it had spider mites. And then I was like angry with it and I left it out in the hallway. You know, like it made me depressed and I didn't even want to look at it. And then, you know, that neglect further hurt its condition. I don't even think I'm gonna have a single good leaf left on this thing. Oh, this one might be okay. This one is really, I'm just gonna start cutting. Actually, I might leave some of these crappy bottom ones. As long as it's not too crispy, I think I want to try and save it so that this thing just doesn't have no leaves, you know? Oh my gosh, this poor baby. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Okay, and then I'm just gonna like cut above this node here, because that node should pop out a new growth, and same on this one, because those tops were just covered in spider mites. All right, and then let's see down here. I'm gonna do the same on these little bottom sprouts. Just clip off the tops to encourage it to bush out and grow more. Oh my gosh, you poor thing. In my defense, I've never had this plant before. It's my first Fatsia, so I didn't know that it was prone to spider mites. I noticed it was starting to get some crispy leaves and I thought it needed to be repotted because it was still in its nursery pot. And so I repotted it, and then I was like, why is it still sad? And then I took a closer look and I was like, oh, you know, you always tell yourself like, how did I miss this spider mite infestation until it was too late? And it's like, trust me, it happens all the time. All right, I still have some of the spray. I call it Mighty spray. I think I'm very clever. So this is actually just 1/3 of that 70% alcohol, 2/3 water-ish, and then a healthy squirt of dish soap. Now the dish soap does two things. The dish soap increases the surface tension and basically acts sort of like an emulsifier between the alcohol and the water, because water is strongly polar and alcohol is not. And soap has both a polar end of each molecule and a non-polar end of each molecule. So that basically means that the soap can hold the two together. So you won't have your separation of your alcohol and water, and the soap increases the surface tension, therefore allowing the solution to stay evenly coated on the leaves. It won't bead up and, you know, not cover a certain area. So I misspoke. The soap decreases the solution's surface tension. If it increased the solution's surface tension, the solution would bead up and run off the leaves even more than if it was just water or just alcohol. So the decrease in surface tension of the solution allows it to spread evenly over the leaves instead of just running off, beating up and running off. So don't come at me, chemistry nerds. I just had a brain fart or something. I don't know. So anyways, that maybe is more science than you wanted. Okay, I'm just gonna douse this bad boy. Undersides of the leaves too. Okay. Beautiful. I'm nervous. I really want to get everything. Okay. I think I can say it's sufficiently wet. All right, now I'm gonna do something really gross. I'm gonna rub the solution into the leaves. I mean, not like into the leaves, but I want to get it into every nook and crevice, cranny, if you will. And the little webs can sometimes, like the mist will collect on the webs and it won't actually get through the web onto the plant. And then what can happen is the webs will only protect eggs and mites. So you want to really work it in there. Okay. Okay, working it in. Giving it the good work over. I mean, I'm being really gentle. I'm just sort of rubbing it in. Here we go. And I'm not neglecting the stems. You want to get the stems too. Okay. I'm gonna let this sit just like this for about 20 minutes. Wash my hands, water my new Monstera, probably take it upstairs, and then I'll come back and I'll spray the ever-living crap out of this thing with the hose. No mercy. So now I'm going to treat this spider mite infested plant with systemic insecticide. The active ingredient is imidacloroprid. Can you see it? Okay, so this is just a granular insecticide. Side note, I would never use this outside. What it does is the chemical, the active ingredient, gets sucked up by the roots and into the plant, and any insect that eats a part of that plant will die. So this is really not cool to use outside because you'll end up killing you know, all kinds of things, not just the bugs you want to kill. So, but inside, it's fine. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and top dress the soil. Okay, a little clarification, guys, because I realized that I said, don't ever use this outside. I would never use this outside. And then I'm outside while I'm using it. I wouldn't use it on outside plants, okay? So I realized that that seemed a little crazy to be outside using it and then being like, don't use this outside, you crazy people. All right, so you'll notice in the video, I didn't get any outside of the pot and I was being really careful. So if a little bit gets in the grass, I'm not gonna worry about that, but I definitely wouldn't use this to treat like my outside plants, like veggies or flowers or whatever. So just a little clarification. With a healthy amount of it. All right, and then I'm gonna water it in. Alrighty. Haha, so we're gonna see how this guy does. Hopefully he comes back. I'll keep this quarantined away from my other plants. I would say at least for a month, just to make sure the spider might still come back. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. I hope you learned something new. Remember that pests happen to all of us. I've killed more plants than I can even count, and I still love them. I still keep getting them and caring for them, so it's still a fun and worthwhile hobby. So don't be too hard on yourself when you lose a plant. All right, so I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe and leave a comment below. And remember to be good to yourself. Be good to your friends. Be good to your plants, and be good to the animals. Bye!
Thank you for tuning in. I hope you liked my plants. Go and have yourself a real nice day, and I'll see you next time.